What's up, cuties? Happy Friday. Happy Friday to each and every one of you. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this quick little power hour. Before I hit these screech, child, shout out to the cutie mods in the building. I see Teresa Wright, Linda Gamble, Tara. Hey, Tara. Let's see. I'm scrolling. I believe that's all I see when it comes to the cutie mods. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Shout out to the cutie crew. I will see you guys this evening. We are having us a Friday night party. So we're gonna try this again this week, child. Because last week was a debate. But I'll see you guys this evening. I think I have it scheduled for 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Is that it? Is that it? Let's see if I could find it. I'm not sure. I believe so. Hey, V Jackson. And shout out to all of you cuties, all of you that are here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tomorrow we will be on Patreon. We'll be watching Heart and Hustle of Houston, Season 1, Episode 4, Fields and Hills. I can't wait. I love that show. If you guys aren't watching it, check it out on OWN. Or if you want to join us, feel free to join us on Patreon. Let me drop that Patreon link in case you want to come over there. Also coming up on Patreon, let's see. When I try to do too much, child, I just pause everything. Let's post this. So if you want to join us over on Patreon for live watch parties plus discussions, feel free to do so. The link is in the chat. And then coming down the pipeline on Patreon, we will be watching Beauty in Black. We will be watching Real Housewives of Potomac. We will be watching Married to Medicine. And then we'll continue with Heart and Hustle Houston. So feel free to join us. We're going to get started, though. Some hot topics. And we got some breaking news. Don't know if you guys know, but Tyra gifted a membership and Linda Gamble is the recipient. Yay. And Cutie Mods, check your Cash App today if you haven't already. But I don't know how you guys have been feeling about this story. And I always felt like it was the parents. And breaking news, the parents of baby Emmanuel Haro has been arrested. Good. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick look and I'll give my thoughts. This is allowed under the Copyright Act of 1976. And yeah, this just broke about 20 minutes ago. And thank you, Tyra. Take a look, guys.
Story unfolding in Southern California. Authorities say a mother who frantically reported her 7-month-old baby had been kidnapped outside a store has now stopped cooperating with police. Investigators now raising questions about inconsistencies in her story. Here's ABC's chief national correspondent, Matt Gutman.
Tonight, that urgent search for 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro after police say they found inconsistencies in his mother's claim that he was kidnapped from this Big Five parking lot in San Bernardino County, California, 5 days ago. Rebecca Haro breaking down before the cameras as she described being attacked from behind as she changed her son's diaper in the backseat of her truck.
And I laid him down and so I could get his diapers ready. And somebody said,
people are crazy.
All I remember, and I saw white. And then Gary said I fell on the floor.
The mother of 5 said she was knocked unconscious and suffered this black eye.
And I said, as I got up, I couldn't find my son. I checked all around my truck.
Both parents pleading for Emmanuel's return.
Please give him back.
Just give him back to me again. Please don't harm my son. Please, I'm begging you. Please, God, please.
Girl.
Police have executed multiple search warrants at the family home after they say the mother stopped cooperating when confronted with inconsistencies in her story. And court records show the baby's father had pleaded guilty in 2023 to a charge of willful child cruelty. Mary, the sheriffs tell me this is still very much an active investigation to try to find baby Emmanuel. They say they have many deputies in the field, but they're also reviewing a significant amount of surveillance footage. At this point, this is still a missing persons case. Mary.
So,
all right. So you guys, what are your thoughts? Brittany, Janae, I saw your comment and you said, I knew it. And I knew it too,
Matt,
sis.
thank you.
Let me stop this. I knew it too. I knew it too. People are crazy. Do you hear me? And the inconsistencies, it was a lot. First of all, they said that this couple went and staked out the big lot. So whatever the store was that they went to, they staked it out a couple days ago. And actually, I mean, not a couple days ago, a couple days before they claimed that this child went missing. And not only that, they went inside the store and asked the cashiers that were working at that time if they had cameras on the premises. Where they do that at? So it's so unfortunate. I do believe that they'll be announcing soon that they hopefully will find the remains, because I don't think that this child is still alive, but hopefully they can find the remains to give this child a proper burial. You know what I'm saying? But wow. Teresa, I think it was you. You said that this reminded you of, what's the chick name? Hey, Bridget J. What's the chick name? Susan Smith, child. Susan Smith. It's a lot of parents that do this. It's crazy. And I'm glad that they are arrested. Lock them up. Throw away the key. Okay. Let me see what you guys are saying. Weirdos. Rest in peace to this poor little baby. Although they haven't officially announced it. Again, I believe it. And if he's not, you guys know I'll come back with an apology and all of that. Hey, Angela. Let's see. Any thoughts? Did you? Bridget J said, I never believed her story. So sad. You know what else was released, Bridget J? The black eye. The black eye that she was on TV, on all the news stations. Well, anyway, she was at a funeral, I guess a couple weeks before that, maybe a week or so before they reported the child kidnapped and all of that. And there was a lady at the funeral that was just taping everybody. You know how people go live. And they were all in the parking lot. This lady had the damn black eye then. Peach Prince, you say, what could a 7-month-old do to make you hurt them? Nothing at all. But they said that the baby had challenges, and the parents just didn't want to care for the child. And also, you guys just heard in that news clip that I just showed you, the father had a previous arrest for child cruelty. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Eve to Leo said a loving mother wouldn't be able to even compose herself. Child, from the first news clip, I knew her ass was lying. The theatrics, the lack of tears, all of it. So sad case. You knew it too, Jacqueline? Mm-hmm. A shame. Linda, you felt that way too? Yes. And Tyra, they are sick, So I'll be keeping y'all know I'm just a child. I keep my eye out on everything. Okay. That's why I started a YouTube channel. I'm just everywhere. But any other updates, we'll definitely talk about it. But I want to talk to you guys about this. This generation and a lot of these folks are so damn ghetto. And I could not believe this when I first, wrong monitor. Give me 1 second. You guys can't see it, but I can. I couldn't believe this when I first synced it in my Moses voice from Love and Mirror Huntsville. But the McDonald manager that the customers stated nodded off was heartbreaking to witness for me. And I want to show you guys this. Why is it showing like this? Let's see how it look on the screen. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to make do. Hey, Tawana. If you guys are familiar with this story, let me know. But the ghetto, I'm going to play a shout out to Neighborhood Talk. First of all, it's the ghetto because you guys didn't think for a second that maybe she was having a medical issue and she wasn't high on drugs. Secondly, broke asses, broke ghetto asses. You come in this restaurant, go behind the counter and start making food. Take a look. Oh, I can't stand people sometimes.
They're making their own food, man.
Look at this shit.
Everybody here trying to help her out. This shit crazy. Manager over here sleep standing up and shit. We at McDonald's on Lindell, man. Check in. Look at my boy on the fries, cuz.
Look at this. I hope they lock all their asses up. Look at this.
Look at she over here drooling. Come on, baby girl. You the manager, man. You supposed to do better than this. This shit crazy. Everybody just
disinfect the whole goddamn restaurant after this. I hope that happened. Everything. Let's play the rest of this. This is heartbreaking.
Getting they free meals in, man. Teamwork make the dream work. She don't work here neither. I know that's right. That's crazy.
And I bet you half of them, all of them, don't even have a damn job, but they work in the fry machine, the grill, and every damn thing.
Live at the McDonald's on Lindell, man. I'm out this motherfucker, cool.
The ghetto. The ghetto. And allegedly, she was having complications because her blood sugar was really, really low. Really low. And they took that opportunity to pull out a damn phone and record this lady in that state, and also to go behind the counter and start making food and taking it home for their mammies and kids. And child, I cannot, nobody called 911, sis, not a single soul. Peach Prince, that's why I say they need to go ahead, just, tear down the damn McDonald's, but disinfect top to bottom is crazy. Tawana, that was my first question. It reminded me of the other lady. I don't know. I think she was working at a Churchy's Chicken or something, and she was working all the shifts by herself. That was my question. Where was everybody else as far as coworkers? Why was this manager the only person in the store at the time? But yeah, this is sad, and this is the state of our country when it comes to a lot of people. And I'm just not gonna keep it cute. They ghetto, and it's not cute. Crazy. What are you guys saying? Oh, it's me. Wanda Marie said trash behavior. God, please, we need a do-over down here or some. It's a shame. Deborah said, I do too, and no one tried to help her at all. All of them low life, low vibrational, unemployed. First of all, it's about 10 of them back there. All y'all available at that time of day? Thank you, Philly Girl, Burger King. All of you guys available that time of day to go back there and act like you're working to make your own damn food. How about applying and get a job? It's crazy. It really is. They post everything. I hope they arrest. Yeah, that's what I said. I hope that they arrest them. I really, really do. Yeah, shut it down and top to bottom. They're gonna have to do that anyway. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Linda, not only that, but they shouldn't have been back there. Somebody else in the comments said, who raised them child? Mammy's probably just like them. Forgive me. Yeah, and her blood level was low. She could have passed away. You know what I'm saying? And they automatically thought that it was drugs. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Where I want to go next, child? You guys hit the like button for me. Let's go to something else that's just ghetto. Ghetto fabulous. Well, I can't even say fabulous, child. Just ghetto. You talking low vibrational. ignorant, all of the above. You guys know the TV personality Meatball. I don't know. She over there on that Zeus network, I believe. That's one network I refuse. I refuse to subscribe to, watch, or any damn thing else. All right, let's get the likes up, guys. They are free. If you're in the bushes, hit the like button for me, please, and thank you. Tawana says, sad part of all of this is this generation will be taking care of us. If you're over the age of 50, I'm scared. Girl, me too. That's why I'm trying to move on out this damn country. Get me somewhere where people care, child. Get me somewhere where people care. It's crazy. But take a look at this. Hey, Simone. Meatball pulled up to a club in a t-shirt and some drawgs. DRAWGZ, drogs, and got upset because they didn't let her come in and told her she was tacky. Again, before we watch, a t-shirt and drogs. Crazy. Take a look at this mess.
Nashville, Tennessee. I didn't even drive. I caught an Uber, a $60 Uber. I don't even know where this club at. I don't know where it's at. Sean told me I couldn't even come in the club because I was tacky. And there's no dress code. There's no dress code or nothing in there.
No dress code don't mean bring your nasty ass up to somebody's establishment in drogs, okay?
No, there's a lot of girls.
No brassiere. My mama used to say brassiere. No bra. And you got on men. Let me finish.
Just looking like anything in there. And you telling me I'm tacky, bro? Is it crazy, bro? I don't like these shorts with a white polo tee, bro.
She don't have on Nike Tech shorts. She got on drogs.
This is my image, bro. You don't call me tacky? I'm glad you said that, bro. It's security. Listen, I'm right here. I don't even know where I'm at right now. It's called Ally. Hold on, let me try to I can't even see the name, but I'm not to pull the name up right now on my page. He said I couldn't come in because I'm tacky. So now
show the outfit, girl.
I want to speak. Mind you, bro. Look at the people. Look at the people that go to the club.
And those are shorts that they have on, not drawers.
Mind you, I'm tacky. I want to speak to the manager.
Look at the mama. Look at the mama condoning it. I'm her mama, and I want to speak to the manager.
Bring the manager out. Okay, bring the manager out. So, where's the manager for here? That's the one that called me tacky right here. So, this is where I'm at, y'all. Look, it's no dress code, bro. Look at Shorty right there, bro. It's no dress code, bro.
She's talking about Shorty with the white shorts and a proper halter top. Yeah, look at Shorty. And this has nothing to do with her weight or anything like that. She got on drogs. Brittany Janae, sis, put some words in between or spaces in between heifer. For me, says YouTube. Somebody unhid it, but you guys know what to do. Let's continue. I just can't.
Hey, this is bro. I got in the Uber again, bro. My Uber was $50 to $60, bro. Respectfully.
Is that the club fault because your Uber was $50 to $60?
She pointing at me, bro. These people ain't, bro. Yo.
Now she talking about these girls. These are shorts.
Where's the manager? Where's the manager?
Enough. I can't even look at no more. I can't do it. What are your thoughts? I wanted you guys to let me mute it. I'll continue. Hold on. I'll continue to play it, but I'm gonna mute it because they showed her full outfit, and I want you guys to see that. But put your thoughts in the comment section. Is it me? You know, it could be my standards, but do you guys see anything wrong with her outfit? Matter of fact, let me just see if I could find a picture of old Meatball in her outfit. Give me 1 second, and then I'll read you guys' comments. Meatball from Zeus. I think that'll bring it up for me. Child, talking about this, her image. Let's see. Can we see it? And she a lot. It's not her image because I'm looking at other pictures where she got on longer pants and all of that. I can't find it, and honestly, I don't even feel like it, okay? Because it's not that, ugh, for me. But Eve to Leo said, morals, dignity, and respect has totally gone out the window, and people actually think it's okay. Sad. Yes. Yes. What Brittany Janae said, oh, Philly girl, not how she smell. Brittany Janae said t-shirts and panties was probably dirty, too. Oh, nasty heifer. Oh, child. I was appalled, honestly, because at first glance, you should know better. You really should know better. But her mama was condoning it. You guys saw the mammy right there on the screen. So that should just let you know, how she was raised. I blame the mama. I do. Let's see what you guys are saying. Not spell image, child. Not spell image. I wish I would see my children back there. Okay, you on the McDonald's. Let me scroll down. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you so much for the super sticker, sis. You always do that when I give my cutie mods. Teresa send it right on back. Well, it's just keep sending it. Thank you. Let me properly thank Teresa, and I'll read you guys' comments. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate it. All right, Philly girl said this is like the young girl who wasn't allowed on a Spirit flight because she had on pajamas and a robe. What is wrong with some young folk? Yes. And remember when Monique came out and was speaking about that, and everybody jumped down her throat, and I didn't see anything wrong with what Monique said. Look, even if you have a long flight, you can still dress appropriately. You can wear some loose fitting, let's say a light jogger set. You don't have to show up with no bonnet, no house shoes, and pajamas. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with Monique. But look, Philly girl, you can go to the average store. I'm going to go ahead and say it, Walmart. You'll see it all the time. All the time. And Charnel said it was tacky. Very, very tacky. Okay. Let's go on, because our last topic that I want to speak about, which is going to be that cheating husband in Alabama that was unalive. I want to spend just a tad bit more time on that. But let's go ahead and go to the next topic, guys. Keep commenting, and I promise you I'll try to get back to them. But Lil Nas is in jail. He is in jail. Hey, Aunt Debbie. And I will admit, we'll see. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. We'll see the clip that was released. Well, let me go ahead and go to it. I'll go to it and pause. Okay. So when I first saw this clip, it went viral of Lil Nas out there in them California streets at 4 a.m. in his tidy whities. My first thought wasn't a medical emergency or anything like that. He is, I don't know, is he considered an R&B artist, or is it pop, or what is it? But I felt like it was just another one of his, little tricks that he come out here and do all the time. Did I feel like it was appropriate? No, I didn't. But I'll play a bit. If you are on the replay and you don't see this, that means YouTube told me to take this part out. But this is what he was doing in his tidy whities. He was roaming the streets singing. And again, his tidy whities.
Nah. Hey, don't be late to the party tonight. Where? You know where it's at. Go ahead, babe. No.
Body is tea, I guess.
No.
Ain't that what the kids say?
No. Go ahead, babe. No. Didn't I tell you to put the phone down?
So you guys get the gist. Brittany Janae, look, sis, that was going around that he sold his soul. He's a gay artist. Old Town Country Road, I believe that's the name of his song with Billy Ray Cyrus, I believe. That was his claim to fame. You know, it hit the charts and went bananas. Yes, it's always been weird to me as well. Brittany Janae say he sold his soul. Linda Gamble say you saw it on TMZ. That's what I thought it was. That's what I thought it was, Peach Prince. I thought it was a stunt because he does stunts often. But after this, he was hospitalized. They did come out and say that I believe it's his mom that also has like mental health issues and all of that. It could be in his genes, could run in the family, you know what I'm saying? But not only was he hospitalized, he has since been arrested. So they said the industry baby rapper, whose legal name is Montero Lamar Hill, was found early Thursday morning in the Studio City area on Ventura Boulevard, according to public information. Upon arrival, the suspect charged at officers and was taken into custody. He was transported to a local hospital for a possible overdose and placed under arrest for battery on that police officer. So he's currently being held in the Valley Jail in Van Nuys, California. A couple things happened now. They said overdose. What's the official report on that? Did he overdose on something? Secondly, the battery of that police officer, you know, evidently he put his paws on him. And then lastly, is it mental health issues? So my question to you guys is, if it is mental health issues, should he have been arrested? Should they have kept him hospitalized? Yeah, he had on them white cowboy boots too, child. Body T. I think that's what they be saying, child. Body was T. You know. Let's see. Let's see what else you guys are saying. What on Debbie say, child? They said his team was recording. You know, that was my first thought. Who was it that was let me take this off the screen, recording him? But it could have been anybody. He was on an empty street because it was 4 a.m. And it could have been anybody that was driving at that time. But I did see that as well. Miss you too, Tawana. You know, I see you often over there on Instagram when I'm on Instagram, and I see your posts. But I'm glad work is slowing down for you so you can join us more. Thank you for the super chat. I'll properly thank you. I will in a second. Let's see. And thank you, sis. Let's see. He's considered a one-hit wonder. Were those his friends videotaping him? They never came out and said who exactly it was that was recording him, but that was my first thought when I thought it was a publicity stunt. But I'll say this, if it is truly, first of all, if it was an overdose, I don't think jail is the place for him. I'm sure he'll be bonded out if he hasn't already. And get him some help for that. If it was a mental issue, get him help for that. I don't think jail is the place for him for that. But if he put his paws on the popo, you know what I'm saying, then that's why he's locked up, you know? They always arrest people when they're having mental episodes instead of placing them in a facility to get real help. I agree, sis, and I don't agree. I agree with you. I don't agree with that. You know? Yeah. Because what good is that doing? You know, he came out with that song. Yes. Where he had some shoes and had blood on the shoes and all of that. I remember. Let's see. Hi T, good morning. The uneducated don't even know what a medical emergency looks like. Good point. Not on the don't send them to Vegas, child. Send them somewhere else. Keep them over there, child. But Vegas do have male and female strip clubs. So I'll keep my eye out on Lil Nas X as well. Let me properly thank Tawana. Thank you, sis. And yes, look, if you guys would like to send the host, which is myself, a cash app, a super chat, feel free. I do accept them, but your presence is enough. Just hit the like button for me. This next topic, guys, before we get to that Alabama coach, and I need to try to figure it out and search, but he was from Birmingham, but I heard that the unaliving happened in good old Huntsville. But let's get into this because if you were like me, you were glued to the screen when it comes to Shedeur Sanders and the lack of choosing him in the proper order in that NFL draft. And I was highly upset about this. And the news that's coming out now, who didn't know this? But NFL Hall of Famer Eric Dickerson claims that someone in the NFL told all of them, if you ask me, NFL teams not to draft Shedeur Sanders, regardless of how talented he is, so they can make an example out of him. What is the example that you're making? He's still rich. He's still confident. And I feel like something needs to be done. I'm going to let you guys listen to the audio, and then I'll get my thoughts on it. Let's see. Take a listen. Deion Sanders, though. I hope you have already dialed Eric Dickerson's number and you want to know who told him that. Let's get down to the bottom of this shit. Take a listen.
And I'll tell you this much here, what I heard from someone that's in the NFL, that the NFL told others, don't draft him. Do not draft him. We're gonna make an example out of him. And this came from a very good source. And he said that, I won't say who, somebody called the Cleveland Browns and said, don't do that. Draft him. Really? Yep, draft him. Don't do that. Because they weren't gonna draft him either. They weren't gonna draft him. And I'll tell you this.
So it appears to me that what he's saying is they wasn't gonna draft him, period. But at the 144th spot, the Cleveland Browns, after being told don't do that, decided to do that and pick him. This was heartbreaking to watch. And what I feel like, I absolutely believe it. That's why I said, duh. A blind man could see that. The way that boy was producing in college. And not only that, what he's done since. What happened to my other... Okay. What he's done since, even in the preseason game. Do they hate Deion Sanders that much? Probably so, even though he made them hundreds of millions of dollars. And I think because of that, they definitely did want to make an example out of Shedeur because they don't like his daddy. Now, the reason why I don't know, I want them to sue. Let me put it that way. I want the Sanders family, Deion, to sue. Okay. But I think that if that does happen, he'll be railroaded. I wouldn't care if I was him because, and I'll tell you why. Well, I wouldn't care if I was him, me personally. I would exit off that team and I would sue. But the reason why I'm struggling with that, because I've been following Deion and Shedeur and Shiloh and just the whole family for years. So I remember when he was playing on the little league football teams. This is his passion. And even the way that I feel like he's pulled back, I'm talking about Shedeur, in a couple areas when it comes to what we've seen since the Browns have selected him, you know, and I'm not saying that he wasn't this way before. He's a team player, always have been, again, always been confident and all of that, but he's just been focusing on the game. You know, he hasn't been posting him in the studio or whatever, you know, that he was doing as a college kid. And I think that's because this is his dream and he really just wants to play. And I feel like if he does sue, then that will take that away from him. But it's some straight bullshit. It's some straight bullshit. It is low, Tawana. It is low. And you guys let me know your thoughts. Yes, they purposely set him up. Period. He should have been in the top 5. And I hate to say this. I like Travis. 4 Colorado players were selected. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Colorado players from Deion's team was selected to, join the NFL. Travis Hunter, extremely talented. He hasn't shown himself like Shedeur. He hasn't shown himself thus far like Shedeur. But what pisses me off the most about this whole story is, even when it comes to the draft, with them holding him, what was it, day 4? I believe it was the 4th day when they finally selected him. Well, we were glued to the screen each day. Who was trending when the NFL draft was going on? Shedeur Sanders. How much did they get paid off of the ratings of everybody being tuned in out of rage and disappointment that he wasn't selected during the first round and watched? I had it on every day. Millions and millions of people watch, which means what? Money in their pocket. Then let's get to his jersey. Let's get to his jersey. I'm sure it's more now, but Shedeur's jersey, number 12 for the Cleveland Browns, sold $250 million. And I want one, but I refuse. And yes, Brittany Janae, when you have a praying father, can't nothing stop you. Yes. But you have to admit, sis, that they're trying to just chip away and chip away and chip away. And imagine how he feels as a young boy hearing this news that just came out last night. Why me? You know what I'm saying? It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. But $250 million, and it's probably up to 270 now in sales when it comes to what the Browns have made. And allegedly there was a clause in Shedeur's contract that he would get a percentage off of those sales, and it's being alleged that he's made $14 million out of that. I feel like that should be switched. Get ass $14 million and give them the rest. I mean, yeah, give them and give him the rest. But not only that, then you got a little clear boy, Dillon Gabriel. Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur are basically going for the same spots as far as the team, which is to be the backup quarterback. He has something to say. He has something to say. I had to Google exactly what he said. But what he said is, there's entertainers and there's competitors. And I totally understand that. But my job is to compete. That was a dig at Shedeur. And I feel like a lot of these players, first of all, shout out to the players that's embraced this young man, even when it comes to the vets on the Browns. I love to see it. Oh my goodness. I know he married, child. Love me some Jalen Hurts. I love when I saw Shedeur driving on that golf cart with Jalen Hurts, and Jalen Hurts is pouring into him. But it's a lot of them that's still jealous of the young man. And Dillon Gabriel is one, and several others. But he tried to act like, I'm going to read that comment again that he made. He tried to act like he wasn't talking about Shedeur. But what he said again is, there's entertainers and there's competitors. And I totally understand that. But my job is to compete. And that's what I'm focused on. He tried to come back and clarify. And he said, no, when I was talking about entertainers, I was talking about the media, you guys, and pointed at the sports reporters that were there at that press conference. You a fat Faison ass lie. You were talking about him and you backpedaled. But what did Shedeur do? Shedeur took the high road. He said that he spoke to Gabriel. And what Shedeur had to say is, it is what it is. I spoke with him. He said, nah, that it wasn't. He told me on the plane. He came up. He was like, nah, bro, that wasn't that. Y'all see how they trying to spend it. I'm like, all right, I'm not tripping. Regardless of whatever it was, I don't. Nobody's words or anything affects me. They then asked Shedeur, the media trying to set him up, if he believed what Dylan had to say. And he said, did I believe him? I mean, I feel like you're trying to start stuff. He's doing his job. He's supposed to. I feel like he did. I don't know. And that's not on me to sit here and be like, oh, he did it. He did it. That's not going to change my life in any way. So look, it's a lot of us that are aunties for Shedeur. I know I'm one. And I just don't like this shit at all. And, you know, it's selfish of me to want what I want. But baby, I will pack up my locker room and go ahead and live my best rich ass life. But when this is your dream and has been since you've been a child, then yeah, I get it that he wants to play. I get it that he want to make people eat crow. I get all of that. But it's heartbreaking. It is. All right, let me see. Let's see. What Kim you say? Sis, you say, I agree, Kim you. I hate when folks wait until after the fact to speak up. Also, you guys are probably talking about Eric Dickerson, huh? Uh-huh. If Dickerson knew this, why not speak out before the drafts? Why is he speaking out now after the fact? Totally agree. Because he could have came out here and said this night one when he noticed that Shedeur hadn't been selected. Hey, what are y'all doing? Now, I heard from a close source this was going to happen, and it looks like it is. You know, it's so heartbreaking. Queen T said, absolutely, that happened because they are the R word, and we need to boycott and force them to sell, in my opinion. Okay, Queen T. Boycott the NFL. I think they tried that with Kaepernick. It's unfortunate, but you know, hey, I just think that we definitely still need to be as vocal. And yeah, if boycott will do the trick, then do it. Like I said, they tried that with Kaepernick. It did not work, unfortunately. And what I didn't agree about with Kaepernick is, although he was calling on the boycotts and all of that, he was still actively and is still today seeking to join the NFL again. You know, we've seen successful boycotts. Target, you know, that's done its thing. But my way of boycotting would be the players. If they don't play, then guess what? There's nothing for the public to watch. But good point. They may have interfered with this first round draft, but he got more publicity and sales because of it. I felt so sad for him. Yes, but even that is a win for them, sis. You know, watching the preseason, yes, I'm DVRing it and all of that only because of Shedeur. But even when they traveled to play, shit, the stands had on Shedeur. Opposing teams, some of their fans had on Shedeur jerseys, and it's a beautiful sight to see, but they profit from that, you know? So a lot of people saying buy his Colorado jersey, buy his Jackson State jersey, or they wanted him to sell a jersey on his own website because he does have a clothing line, but he can't do that. You know, they got him locked up and sold up in that way. He can't do that. Yes, that's what I'm hoping for, that he will be the next Tom Brady, but screw Tom Brady as well, because Tom Brady mentored Shedeur before. Tom Brady has stock or is part owner of the Las Vegas Raiders, and he could have demanded that they selected him. They didn't. You know? Let's see. But I totally agree with you, Kim Yu. And I hope that Dion has had a conversation with Eric Dickerson. Dion had to fall back. He was going through his own health challenges at the time. But imagine him as a dad. Not only during draft time, but hearing all of this. And we knew. That's why before I even played it, I said, duh. Absolutely, it was a collusion. Absolutely. Some of these boys that they picked before him in the first round, come on now. And one clear boy from, I think he went to a school in New Orleans, I'm not sure, Louisiana, was trash. They got it on video, trash. And they selected him, I think, at 21. Come on now. Yes, he gives back to the community. The people love him. Any NFL conversation, who's trending? Shedeur. Preseason, Shedeur, #1 trending. The Browns never got this much coverage, and it's all because of him. You know, Shedeur's cover, he will be just fine. Yes, I agree. Shedeur's confidence, joy, and happiness makes them mad. Shedeur has worked hard in high school and college and elementary school to earn a QB position in the NFL. The way the NFL destroyed his draft day is truly pathetic. I agree. They despise his confidence, which is something we've always tried to instill in our babies. Yes. And most times, you know, especially Black folk, period, men and women, you gotta be extra confident in the the workforce. You know what I'm saying? Extra confident. So prayers going up. We know, and I see all of you all's comments. We know God then already worked this thing out. And although he don't need the money, I want him properly compensated. That's just me. That boy had stood to make over 40 million by being drafted. And I think he ended up getting 4. You know, it's crazy. All right, one more comment. L Boogie said, no one said anything when Archie Manning was helping his sons Eli and Peyton Manning only because Shedeur has a Black father supporting him. Yes, and you know what else been going around, L Boogie? Excellent point. But also, it's been going around that, yeah, the NFL owners, they don't want to see the boys with the daddies that's been there for them. They want the average story. Single mom, don't know dad, a dad locked up, a dad on drugs, because they want to be daddies to these boys. But Shedeur has a dad, been active his whole life. You know? Shout out to 215 of you guys. They hate that he has multiple streams of income. Yes. And look, even with him wanting to put his head down and just get all into everything that the NFL entails, I'm sure some of his multiple streams of income has dropped, not because of people don't want it, because that's not his focus right now. You know, but the joy I see in his eyes when he's out there on that NFL field, the people love him. Kids love him. He posted in his stories yesterday. I don't know where he was. You know, he's very active when it comes to going to the high schools and grammar schools there in Cleveland. It was a mob scene surrounding Shedeur. You know what I'm saying? So prayers going up. Sis, you said, oh, you just what you remove your comment for, child? Well, I can still see it. Let me go to my desktop. Thank goodness he's not new. I'm sure that's probably why you erased it, because you put at first, thank goodness he's new. But thank goodness he's not new to money. They couldn't hold that over his head. All he wanted to do was play ball. Yes. And yep, you revised it to say the same thing. I agree. So prayers going up, child. Prayers going up. Dog it, I meant to email myself the picture of this Alabama coach's wife. Gorgeous wife. But let's go ahead and get into this story. If anybody want to come up and give me your thoughts on any of the topics that I've discussed, feel free to click the link. I'll go ahead and drop it and try to pin it. But I'm sure you guys are going to have something to say about this last topic. I wanted to do just a live or a video by itself, but we here now. Hold on, guys. Let me mute myself. Oh, before I get to that, before I get to this last story. Let's go ahead and touch on this because a lot of you guys had something to say. If you do click the link, please come up, be a little brief because I'm on it's crab leg Friday for me. So Cutie Crew know I'll be chomping on them while we live tonight. But we'll go ahead real quickly and touch on this whole Tamar thing again. Only thing I'm gonna touch on is no official word yet as far as what happened with or to Tamar. Yes, I am too, sis. I am, and look, and the girls. Well, I don't know, Deandra, I've been giving her the side eye since back in the day because when that whole divorce was going on with Pilar, yeah, she was all involved with her mammy, Carolyn. But Shalamai, let's not forget that Shalamai goes to Alabama A&M, basketball player. Yeah, and rooting for the Sanders family as a whole. Deion Jr. doing his thing. And, shout out to Deion Sanders, and their mothers, Pilar Sanders. And I'll give Carolyn, even though I don't like her, her props as well. But there is no update. So the other day I updated you guys with Funky Dineva coming out and giving his thoughts on the whole situation. A lot of people felt like Funky was being mean. A lot of people feel like Funky may have had something to do with it. And you guys know I always say we can always agree to disagree. A lot of people got strong opinions. I do as well, as far as things that Funky Dineva has said in the past when it comes to Black women and all of that. But as for me, I don't think that he had anything to do with this Tamar Braxton situation. People saying that did he put something in a drink? Did he, because they had issues in the past, purposely do something? Naturally, we don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna on record say I don't feel like he did. You know what I'm saying? I don't. A lot of people had a problem with. I saw Tasha K on Instagram, her video. She had a problem with him saying the lady. I don't know what happened to that lady. A lot of people feel like that was disrespectful. And I want to hear from Tamar. Linda Gamble, you felt that way as well. Aunt Debbie called me the other night. She was hot, baby. She was hot as well. And look, I respect it, even though I didn't give him the side eye because of that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because, look, way before when Funky Dineva came out, was wearing the wigs and all of that, I just remember a lot of the lingo that he used at that time when I used to watch him. And that was one of, that was some of the same lingo that he used back then. So maybe that's why I didn't take it that way. But a lot of people did. But I don't think that he derugged her. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. He give me a lot of things. He give me a lot of things, but he don't give me that. Well, he will intentionally try to unalive her by, drugging her or anything like that. But I want to hear from Tamar. There has not been an update. She has not posted anything on Instagram. And look, she really don't owe us anything, but she didn't owe us that. So I feel like if you come out and you say all of the things that you said, don't leave the people hanging now. What happened? Is it just me? You guys let me know before I move on to our last and final topic. Do you feel like she owed the public anything? Because a lot of people probably don't. And just because no matter what, I told you guys I'm absolutely praying for her no matter what happened. I promise you I am. But just because I am one of many against one of many, other folks that feel like, it was just one of them nights, a night out on the town gone wrong. I do feel like she owes the public some type of explanation because she came out and led with this. So if you come out and say I almost died, child, don't wait till the show starts and tell us how. If you come out and say I'm missing four of my teeth is gone and I was found in a pool of blood. Don't wait until the show come out to say what happened. You know what I'm saying? Right, Cyber. I want to know what happened too. Look, all of us was minding our business. That's it. Only because she brought it to the public. You know what I mean? And the only reason why I feel like Funky didn't have anything to do with anything, based off of what he said. Nina, I'm glad you're here. Follow me, Black TV. I'll DM you. Funky Dineva came out and said she was the first that not the first, but she texted him the next morning for Dr. Heavenly's phone number to get her teeth fixed, child. Also, he said that after they all partied, they all, and he made sure to say all, rode in the car together and to her house, but he didn't go up. Tamar lives in a secured building. You can't just walk in Tamar's building. You got to go through on-site security, probably got to sign in and every damn thing else. And I believe that her other friends went up with her. But Tamar could have been tore from the floor up in the car. You know what I'm saying? She could have got lit at the club, and she probably was already in my opinion, some type of drunken state. Because that's what I feel like. I don't know. It's all speculation. None of us are right because Tamar ain't called not a nan one of us. So we don't know. But what I do know is she brought this out here to us, and I feel like she owes the public some type of explanation, even if it comes to, that's what I said, Veronica Monroe. I said I feel like she was lit because of that, and she fell face first, but do I think that there'll be further issues with Funky and Tamar because of this? I do, and the reason why I do is I think it's most likely going to come from Funky Dineva because of the backlash. Because I was the first child when she said, I don't know what happened. I came out and said, girl, just ask Funky Dineva. Because I had seen the video of them partying together. Now, I wasn't saying that Funky had anything to do with it, but if you can't remember, perhaps he can tell you. But as far as everything else that's come out, with people blaming him or feeling like he has something to do with it. And again, I don't know nothing, but I think that there'll be issues if she knows he didn't have anything to do with it and she don't come out and say that to the people. Look, I can't, and there's no reason why she can't say what happened, but I was just about to lead with that. Look, I can't say what exactly happened, but I do want to make sure to let you guys know Funky didn't have anything to do with it. Yes, Patricia, we said that the other day, child, because that show coming on in a couple weeks and I ain't watching. I'm not watching. But yeah, that's what they were saying too, Tyra. And that's what I said in my first video. For those of you that didn't see it, go back and take a look. Tamar, just ask Funky. Absolutely clear girl, in my opinion. Clear girl wasted. And I don't know about Tamar. I don't know about Tamar. But Funky Dineva has been one to come out and say that he, partakes in the gummies and all of that. That stuff make you high. So if she partakes as well, was she drunk and high? So no debate here. I respect those of you that feel different. But like I said, I wasn't there, you wasn't there, none of us know. But the only person that I feel like can clear this up is Tamar Braxton. Sis, I saw a comment from you. Let me scroll up. You said, I think she should have stayed quiet, period. But because she popped out and made it public, she should come back with an update. Not saying saying is a saying for a reason. The boy that cried wolf, you cried wolf so much, meaning you came out here and you've done and said things so much for attention. When something really happens, people aren't going to believe you, the majority. And I'm one of them. I'm one of them. No matter what, in her statement, you know, she said that she was going to be back on her mental journey. That's good. You know, and her health is on the mend. All of this, if you guys think about this statement and how I feel like she chose certain words and things to say on purpose to keep people guessing. Because to me, she said her mental journey begins. I would think a mental journey will begin if this is something that happened because of myself. And then I had to tell myself, self, it's time for you to get your ass together. Self, it's time for you to sit your ass down. Self, it's time for you to stop drinking, trying to mask what's really going on. Mental journey begins from what a lot of people felt like could have been some type of DV issue, or was she raped, or was she attacked? I don't see a person using that in their statement. And she said that on purpose, sis, to me. You said she made it sound like she was attacked. And that was on purpose to me. So look, you guys, especially women, I hope you know, love me some sisters, okay? Without us being there for each other, supporting each other and all of that, you know, that's what it's about. So with me saying that I don't believe that she was attacked, that don't mean that I don't support her in a way where whatever it is that's going on or happened, I hope that she's okay. And I pray for her. But as far as this, you know, I still don't believe it. I'm sorry. And it's been 3-4 days. And what do people do when they want attention and they want people to keep talking about it and want people to keep speculating? They just decide not to say anything again. You know? So that's that on that, child. Time will tell. Let's go ahead and get into this. This was horrible. But I want you all's thoughts. Dog it. Do I have a thumbnail about this guy? Let me read some comments real quickly while I send myself this picture. Hopefully I still got it. You guys hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. Hit the like button for me. Damn it, I think I deleted it. All right, let me bring it up another way. I want to show his picture, but I wanted you guys to see the beautiful wife that this guy had. That's not what I want. Hold on. Let's see if they got it on this one. All right, we'll just have to put this up. And I want to close this. All right. Let's go ahead and get into this sad and unfortunate situation of the Alabama football coach who was fatally unalived by his side chick's boyfriend. Side chick's boyfriend. When it comes to the side chick, her and her boyfriend have been together 6 years. And for some reason, I guess she thought boyfriend was at work. Boyfriend probably already felt like something was going on. And he doubled back at home and found the coach in bed with his girl. And he pow-powed the guy and unalived him. So I'll go ahead and shout out to People Magazine, but naturally, this is the boyfriend. He's out on bond. This is the coach. Now, what struck me, though, was the coach's family did not want the alleged unaliver to be jailed or held. I felt like that was a little odd. But let's go ahead and read the story. A beloved Alabama football coach, I wish I had a picture of the wife, was fatally shot. The suspect lawyer is citing a heat of passion defense. Do you guys know what a heat of passion defense is? That means it's damn near like a claim of insanity, but it allegedly takes over a person that's involved in a relationship or marriage and causes them to do what he did. And I'm sorry, but they may be on to something with that. They may be on to something with that. But that's what his lawyers say that they are going to say that this was. His lawyers also said, when you look at it at best, it should have been manslaughter instead of murder. But let's get into the story. The football coach's name is Demetrius Darnell Beverly. They say he was a beloved high school football coach from Birmingham. And again, he was unalived on August 13th. The suspect's name is DeCorleon Robinson. He's the one that pal Beverly after seeing him with his girlfriend. And he didn't just see him with his girlfriend. He went home. The coach was in his house. All right. But they say a high school football coach in Alabama was unalived in that shooting. He was visiting this female friend, and they charged the boyfriend. Beverly visited her on August 13th, and the boyfriend returned home. A preliminary investigation found that the boyfriend allegedly entered the bedroom where Beverly and the woman were, and he powed Beverly. Then he fled the apartment. The woman then called 911, and that's when police responded to the scene. So they did find him unresponsive in the bedroom, and they, pronounced him unalive. Now, things that's been going around on the internet, don't know if it's true. Everything is alleged, but allegedly he and the girl were undressed at the time. And look, I'll see how you guys feel about it. What else? They announced the arrest of Robinson. He was being held. That's the boyfriend. He was being held on a $165,000 bond, and he has since been released on bond. They charged him with murder, one count of unlawful possession of a machine gun. That, it's a device that was converted into that. Let's see. Did they say anything else? And I'm not going to play this because that's somebody's YouTube video. But rest in peace to the coach and, the married coach. And, I'll see what you guys have to say about it. Be careful about your words in the chat. Spread them out. Do what needs to be done. What are your thoughts on this? May he rest in peace. I will say that. But this is my question to you guys. Could you imagine being the wife planning out your husband's funeral? Planning out the service. Let me know. Let me see what you guys are saying. All right. Let's see. I'm still all the way up here on these Tamar comments. Let me scroll down. You got to be slow to bring somebody in the house you share with your significant other. I totally agree. Because they knew he was wrong for jumping balconies to go and cheat, and he's a married man. What do you mean jumping balconies? Let me know what that means. El Boogie. So the coach was cheating, and the other woman powed him. Alf, hey Alf, hopefully you got it now. The boyfriend, the boyfriend of the woman that he was cheating with is the one that unalived him. Yes, Doggett. I was trying to find that live too, Tyra. Let me see if I could do a quick search by him. I saw it. I'll double check and see if it's in my
We all know that.
see if it's in my messages over here on Instagram. But the guy did the shooter did come out and speak after he was released. Or was that before he turned himself in? Keep commenting while I scroll my thousands of DMs that I DM myself. Because I know I DM'd it to myself so I can have it for when I plan to talk about this. But, child, when I tell you. Hold on. My apologies. And then, we didn't even talk about this. With her crazy ass. We'll talk about it tonight, Cutie Crew. The damn woman that tried to jump on the DoorDash guy. I can't find it. But, dog it. Here we go. Okay. Hold on. So I'll show you guys this real quick. Here's the wife. Here is the wife. Child, that's going to be hard. It'll be hard for me. You know what I'm saying? To sit there and learn how you were unalived. And I'm the one that got to put you under. Let's see. This is the boyfriend and the girl. So the coach was 39 years old. This girl is 21. Okay? He had no business messing around with that girl. All right, let me see, because I just saw the video. Let me scroll down of the guy. Here he go. All right, let's take a look at the unaliver. And then I'll read your comments. Shout out to you guys, 209 of you. Hit the like button for me. Shout out to the Neighborhood Talk. All right. He went live after he posted bond. Shout out to Neighborhood Talk.
I can't take that hurt no more. God is good for real, man. God is on the serious note. God is good, bro. Oh God, I knew it though. I can't even count like I ain't know it. I can't even count. I ain't want to believe it though. You know how it be, bro.
Let me pause and move my speaker so it won't be so close. But he said he knew it, and he absolutely did, because evidently he came home from work early and he busted her with this guy.
Don't want to believe they fucking off on them. Trust me, it's going on, B. It's happening. On God, don't ever think this can't happen to you. I don't give who you with. We all fucked up. We all fucked up. I ain't some shit you just don't do. I'm ready tonight. Who first? Who first?
So I don't know if people in the comment section was, trolling him or whatever the case may be, but he said it could happen to you. Do you guys think that he'll get off on that act of passion charge? Is that correct? Let's continue.
Who first? I ain't trying to keep none of these.
Okay, so that's it. What are you all's thoughts? Do you feel? I feel for the wife. Al, you're absolutely right. His wife is definitely not obligated to bury him, but most wives do, in spite of. You know what I'm saying? The bullshit that they done put you through. That is just so embarrassing. So embarrassing. But do I think that as a Black woman, she's going to hold her head up high and bury her husband? I do. It's unfortunate. It really, really is. Let's see what you guys are saying. Let me scroll up. The neighbors were complaining that someone was jumping the balconies to steal, but it was the husband because the boyfriend had ring camera. Wow. Damn. Allegedly. So he wanted it that much where he was jumping balconies to get in the house. Should have been like Kelsey and Kai, they had cameras inside the house and the bedrooms. Okay. Lifetime movie, Brittany Janae. Yep. Teresa say his mama would have to bury him. And they have Ring cameras. That's why he jumped the balconies. Girl, you go through all of that and you got a damn wife at home. So I feel sorry for him. Yeah, she did. And that was an unfortunate situation. The Steve McNair story. If you guys aren't familiar, do a search on YouTube because they got it on YouTube. Yeah, and she didn't have to go through it, but she did. You know what I'm saying? Or are you just talking about him, the cheating part? But when it comes to burying of your spouse, yeah, no. Now I'm saying that would I have? I don't know, honestly. Let's touch on that tonight with drinks, Cutie Crew. Tonight is a upbeat, lighthearted, not a drama-filled, argumentative type of members only. Baby, we went at it last week. I ain't having it this week. No, ma'am. Let's see. Anybody else? Hey, Real Talk. Child, I'm just not learning all of that, child, that he was climbing up balconies. Ooh, child. Now, answer me before we go. Do you guys think that you find somebody in your house, in your bedroom, does that give you the right to pow pow? Mrs. Boss Chick said, I wasn't planning no funeral. No, you can go ahead and cremate him, partner, and do what you will with his ashes, okay? You know, I ain't about to sit on no pew in the first row and all dressed in black crying. I'm not doing it. I'm not. I do agree, Deborah. He needs to stay quiet. Shut your ass up. Now, you out on bail. But I do think that he snapped, you know? Good point. Well, he's saying that he knew something was going on with her. And you know how we talk about women's intuition. And I know you know this is women's intuition. He had intuition as well. You know, the signs were there. So I don't think that they could, just because he felt like, yeah, I had a suspicion she was cheating, that would be premeditated. You know what I mean? But that's a good statement. Yeah, my heart goes off to the wife for sure. For sure. All right, Melanin said nope because he won't shut up. Hey, Regina B. Teresa Wright, I wholeheartedly agree with you. His mama, sister, and them gonna have to do it. I'm out and I'm taking all the insurance policies. Ooh, child. Baby. Facts. Facts. All right. Jacqueline said maybe he's gonna get off, but he needs to get off the internet. Why does everybody feel the need to run to the internet with their business like they do? Now, your arse just got let out on bail. That's the last place. But I guess he wanted to let his folks know, his people know, you know. But he was giving the vibes, and I'll do it again. Okay. Let's see. Now everywhere the wife goes, people are going to be whispering like, girl, there goes that ladies whose husband was unalive cheating. Yeah, but hold your head up, wife, because guess what? The roles weren't reversed. So the husband didn't find out she was cheating. So yeah, here I go. And what? You know? But yeah, the shame, not only for the way that he was unalive, but the wife, the kids, the parents. All because, and again, rest in peace to him, of his payness. Of his payness, child. Jumping balconies and shit. Hey, Bravo. He should have stayed quiet. I don't understand. Yes, it's crazy. He just sealed his fate if he knew it and still went after him and unalived him. The act of passion defense is out the window. Yeah, I'm not taking it that way, but you know, you guys know we'll definitely keep our eye out on that. You know, suspicions is suspicions, clues is clues, intuition is intuition. And just because he said that he felt like something was going on with her, that don't mean that he felt like he would unalive the guy if he caught him, but he did. So we'll see, child. We will see. I did see a movie on that act of passion defense as well too, Tyra, but it wasn't on Tubi. I don't watch Tubi, child. I just can't. It's just, well, Maybe I need to give it another chance. I don't have time to watch anything. I still got to get caught up on Beauty and Black. All right, let's see. She's going to bury him. She's going to get that Social Security check, and she's going to get that $250,000. Oh, the 200, that's all the state give your child is $250. That's it. Ooh, child. I don't think nobody know what they would do if they found themselves in that situation. Facts. I'll just put it like this for myself. I went through that where I knew some shit was going on. Now, did I take the extra step to find out? Absolutely not. Shit was just brought to me. But I knew something was going on. I didn't go through phones. I didn't go through text messages, DMs, and none of that shit. I knew that the shit will eventually be presented either to me or just reveal itself, period. And hell no, I ain't about to be sitting up in jail over somebody. But if you're shit talking now, it could have ended that way. And that is, and I hate to say that, that is a warning that I gave. I did tell the chick, girl, your mama you call my number again, your mama gonna be burying your arse. You come by my house again, keyword, your mama gonna be cashing in some policies on your ass. But would I have acted out on it? No. Why? Because the Negro would have just went on to the next, and I'm sitting there and Big Bertha braiding my hair behind steel gates. Everybody else's life gonna go on, and I'm sitting there locked up. Absolutely not. But you would have to be fooling yourselves if you don't think that some people, and I'm just not, it is not right. You know what I'm saying? Because you can absolutely leave the person. You can leave the person. You know what I'm saying? Instead of spending time behind bars. Yes, absolutely. Big Bertha child would have had me looking just like Cleo from Set It Off. Okay. Braid my hair to the back, Big Bertha. Y'all put some money on my books. It was almost there. It was almost there. And yeah, no, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that at all. Yes, L Boogie facts. And we're going to end it on that. Sometimes it's best to let God reveal the truth. And when he do, don't do what little DeCorleone or whatever his name is did. Don't, I get it. You mad, you pissed, you in my bed, Negro. Now, I don't know, y'all. Cutie Crew, we'll talk about it tonight. I don't know now. You find somebody in your bed. Ooh, child. That's different. I can't say it out here in the public. That's different. Why I gotta be? I don't know, Tyra. I always use Big Bertha. That's just what I just think. The lady in jail is the one that braid everybody hair. I just always say Big Bertha. I've been saying it for years. Bertha would have been braiding my hair, child. Bertha would have been braiding my hair. Okay. I would have been there. Child, let me stop. I don't like to show this side out here in public, but the Cutie Crew know. Braid my hair, baby. And honestly, I'm gonna end it at this. Honestly, I uttered those words to the chick. Girl, your mama gonna be burying your ass. I may have a recording of it. I did clean out over 50,000 pictures and videos, child. Cutie Crew, I'll try to search for it. If I still got the recording, child, I'll play it tonight. Find you somebody to play with. I promise you I ain't the one. I promise you. Don't get it twisted now. Don't get it twisted. This is what I'm saying. You done brought somebody in there where you lay your head. Well, what does furniture moving mean, sis? Just a tussle? Child. Look, little DeCorleone, I get it, sir. He had been with that girl for 26 years. And look, the chick probably, I can't say this. Bravo, I can't say what I was about to say. Both of them probably would have been out of here. See, I ain't just going to aim at her. I got to go before my channel gets taken. We will discuss this tonight. We will discuss this tonight. Shout out to one of my Cutie Crew sisters, Bridget J. Bridget J, if you still listening, sis, you know we love us some you. And thank you. Sorry I text you back so late last night. I'm sure it was morning where you was. I was out in them screech chow and my phone was on vibrate. But shout out to you and thank you for giving us an update. And you already know what we claiming, okay? Victory. That's just it. That's all I can say right now. But to the Cutie Crew, child, we partying tonight. If you're angry, stay away. If you want to argue, what's that video? I think it was Plies. You want to argue. We ain't arguing tonight. We ain't having no high level, and we don't argue. Let me make that clear. We don't argue as a Cutie Crew. We just have sometimes some heated debates, and last Friday was one of them, child. Not tonight. In honor of us talking about a lemon drops, in honor of Philly Girl sending me a video of lemon drops. I'm having me some lemon drops tonight. Tonight is a cheat night. Crab legs and lemon drops, a water mixture. Deborah said, I don't know. If I go into my home and find another woman in my bed, that's a hard one because you don't know how your mental state would be at that moment. I agree. That's why I had to backpedal. If I come in, I done been shopping because that's what I'm doing most times when I'm out the house. I'm coming in with my bags, child, singing and happy. And I just happen to go in my bedroom because I want to put my stuff up in the closet and I see, girl, bye. Not if I got it on me. Not especially if I got it on me. You big mad. Ooh, child, not tonight, Bravo. Not tonight. I can't do it. Ooh, child, enjoy, sis. I'm going to have mine tonight, child. They claim it was in an accident. She fell. Dina Black, who? You talking about Tamar Braxton, child? Ooh, child, you baby, it was heated. And I do love heated debates, but I will say this, not on the subject of DV, but I still respect everybody's opinions. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to try to put my views on everybody, but I do think that as women, we need to understand women. I ain't about to get into it now. I ain't about to do it. No, ma'am. When it comes to T Hood, that autopsy was released and Cat Frost let loose. And but he was based off of the official police report. That man pulled out his pal first, T Hood. And may he rest in peace. Unfortunately, he effed around and found out. I do think that based off the size of Kelsey, based off the size of Kai, and again, he was at Kai house. Kai is the owner of that house. I think he, based off his size and all of that, he felt like he was running shit. And it wasn't even his house. I don't think he was scared at all. And yeah, if you pull out a pal, your mother, unfortunately, gonna be dressed in black, sitting on the first row. May he rest in peace. But a lot was released. I'm kind of off of this now. We will see though, because it's still not official as far as the authorities officially coming out and saying that Kai Frost will not be charged. But there is extensive records of Kelsey damn near every month calling the popos on him. Also, it has been brought out publicly that they were no longer a couple. So that's for those that say she could have left. She could have left. Did she love that fool? Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of women do. But allegedly, they weren't together. Allegedly, he showed up at that house. Allegedly, he had that pal. And it's not alleged his mama got to bury him. That's all I got on that. If we hear anything else when it comes to whether charges will come for Kai Frost, you guys know I will let you know. I'm going to go ahead and shout out myself because I did break this story on YouTube. Shout out to everybody that covered it. But I'll say this and I'm done with it. When it comes to Kai Frost, I hope he does not or is not officially charged with anything, because seemingly, I don't know, but what's been alleged is Kai Frost was running Frost Bistro, his parents' business, running that, managing that. I also heard that he too was in school, just like Kelsey. He did not have any type of record when it comes to being in trouble with the law or anything like that. And yeah, no, I don't want to see that boy's life be ruined over this. And I'll end it with this. Unfortunately, T Hood was a menace to society, not just against Kelsey Frost. We talked about the Emmanuel Haro baby and the husband having previous charges of child neglect and child abuse claims and all of that, child endangerment. So did T Hood. So you can't get nothing out of me. Again, prayers going up to his mother. You know what I'm saying? She's his mom, so I expect her to feel how she feels about her son. But other than that, I don't want to see Kai looking at any type of charges at all. And he was not called to the scene. That was his house and he was there. He did not run from the scene because the police said that the unaliver remained on the scene. So it's a lot of things that was going around, in the public. Everything again was alleged and still is, but when it comes to that report, they said he remained there. So it is what it is. Yes, I agree. And I've heard a couple. I heard a couple of the content creators saying this. A lot of us in the beginning, yeah, that was wrong. Based off the story that we were hearing, that they were allegedly just Oh, and I saw something that was so ignorant. They had this candlelight service. What's today? Friday. I think it was Wednesday. Somebody related to T Hood or somebody that spoke. It was a lady though on audio. You had him unalive because he was a good rapper. You had him unalive just because he beat your ass. That's the problem now. Too many women don't feel like it's a problem when men put their hands on women. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm off it. I'm off of it. But I will come back whenever we find if they are going to charge Kai or not. And I hope not. Okay. All right. We out of here. I'm on a crab leg hunt. So I'm about to hit these streets, but Cutie Crew, I will see you guys. I got a couple things to do, so it's not just searching for crab legs. And hopefully I can end up at the gym before I get home. We shall see. But Cutie Crew, I'll see you guys tonight at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Get comfortable. Oh, no, sis, go away from me. Ooh, child, not today. We off of it. I'm with y'all. Yes, he did, CC. He abused other women in his past, and allegedly 3 months before he was unalived, he was putting his paws on a woman in public, and some guys on the scene pumped a couple in him, pow-powed him. So you can search the internet and you will see that he was just in the hospital a couple months ago, and that's what it was for, because allegedly he was out in public putting his hands on a woman. So what I was about to say before I go, a lot of content creators started off like me. The only thing we knew is that somebody in the Frost family had unalived this guy. What the hell happened? And a lot of people, oh my God, they need to be charged. I was saying it too. They need to be charged. I don't care if you don't like it. Once I saw the video of this guy jumping on this girl when she was asleep on one occasion, You know, that changed everything for me. That changed everything for me. I ain't got no pity. You know, rest in peace. I will say that. But you know, but that's that. Over it, off it, done with it. No more. No more. No more. All right. Let's see here. Join me tomorrow on Patreon if you are not a Patreon member. And we out of here, guys. I'll read Deborah's comment on my way out the door. I pray for Kai's mental state, and I'm hoping he seeks counseling if he feels he needs it. And first and foremost, he seek God and prayer. Totally agree with you. Hopefully, his parents are doing just that. Somebody earlier said, I think it was Regina B, praying for both sides, and absolutely praying for the Frost family as well as his family. Praying for those that's on his side that wants retaliation. Do I think that the Frost family will be able to live a normal, carefree life in Georgia? I don't. Not without heavy security following them everywhere they go. And honestly, it's unfortunate. That's probably going to be forever because people, you know, they just don't forget. His side does want to retaliate. And they crazy as hell for coming out here saying it out of their mouths as well. You know, so I wouldn't feel safe going to Frost Bistro, you know, my business. I wouldn't feel safe being in my store in the mall, pressed if I was Rashida, Kai Frost, Kelsey. None of them are safe. You know what I'm saying? So we out of here. We are out of here. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this Power Hour-ish live. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. Make sure you are subscribed. Share the video with your friends. Shout out, let me say this, child, before we go, to the new subscribers. Now, my birthday is in September. Shout out to them Virgoats. It is Virgo season. I need about 167 subscribers to hit 30K. You guys share my video. Give me the 30K. Give it to your mom and them, your friends, your cousin, your nieces, your co-workers, your nephews, your daddy, his friends, everybody. Share the channel if you don't mind. Thank you, Bravo. Have a wonderful day as well. Shout out again if you send me a super chat or a cash app. I appreciate you guys. Cutie Crew, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT.